I'm going to give you a quick run through of what you're going to have before we actually start it. We are going to go from our back to our front, to our back to our front a couple of times, and that's because we want to give your hands a break and your shoulders a break so you're not on them the whole time. So you can come down to your mat, find a comfortable position. We're going to be going from leg drops to crunches to crossovers. That's going to be your first three on the back. We're going to flip over into plank walks, plank rotations, then we flip back again into cross crawls, push-ups with a hand lift, and mountain climbers to the side like we just did. So that's your entire circuit we're going to be going through. So lay down on your back to begin with. You can place your hands under your glutes if you want, or just to your side. And our first one is going to be the leg drops. We're going to start off each round at 30 seconds with only 5 seconds in between exercises. So our first one is just leg drops, down and up. If you don't want to do both legs, you can alternate one to the other. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now your focus on a leg drop is the lower abdomen. So the lower back needs to stay flat down to the floor. So push it down hard, and if the lower back lifts, just reduce your range. The lower back's more likely to lift than the bottom part of the movement. If the two legs together feel like too much, remember you can alternate between them. Your choice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your legs down, hands to your head and crunching in 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So we switch focus from the lower abdomen to the upper abdomen. Make sure to keep a gap between your chin and your chest. You want to try and keep your airways open. Now keep in mind here, you don't want to crane your neck. You don't want to pull from the back of your head and tilt the head forward. Keep the hands loose. And remember, it's only 30 seconds on each one. That's 15 gone, 15 left. After this, we're staying on our back and we're going to do crossovers. We're going to keep our legs as low as we can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs to the lowest height you can, and you're crossing one leg over the other. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Now remember, higher is easier. So if you're up here, it's going to feel a lot easier than if you're down here. So again, keep that in mind. Use the options as you need, and you can always transition to a higher or lower position middle of the exercise as well. So don't feel you're stuck in one position. You can change as you need. When we finish this, we're rolling over onto our hands for the first few there. Last seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come over. We're going into plank walks. Walking up and down from forearms to hands. We're doing that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Take yourself down to your forearm. Walk up onto your hands. Repeat. Doesn't have to be done on the toes. If you prefer, you can drop down to your knees, and that'll take a little bit of our body weight off the exercise. Keep in mind, we want to focus on keeping the hips stable during this move. Your whole body stays aligned to the floor. So what I mean by that is we don't rotate as we drop. We keep everything nice and straight. Keep going a little bit longer. You'll have a few seconds to shake the hands out after this. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake the hands out. This time onto the forearms. We're doing plank with a rotation. So we come down and we rotate one side to the other. On in 3, 2, 1, go. So when you're in this position at the top, your hips should be as high as you can get them. But when you come down, you don't want to keep those hips up. You want to bring them level to the rest of your body. It's like your normal plank position. When you're pulling that elbow back as well, trying to use the muscles in your upper back to keep you stable. Squeeze them, engage them, and remember, keep alternating from side to side, rolling through it. Last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, take yourself back onto your back. Ready to cross crawl in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now I won't call this to you every time, I'll just give reminders, but keep in mind the lower your legs go, the harder it's going to be. So you can put them higher if you need, and what your aim is, cross the shoulder towards the opposite knee. Not the elbow, the shoulder. Rotate as much as you can, lift the shoulders as much as possible, and legs, keeping them low if you can. If you don't want to do the legs extending, if it feels too much in the lower abdomen, you can tap the feet down instead. Last seconds, go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your front. That was your break off of your hands. We're going push up with one-handed lift. So we go down, lift one hand, down, lift the other. Off we go. Down, lift one hand, down, lift the other. This can be done on the knees, just like so. And it can also be done in box position. So that means your knees come below hips. Same action. When we draw that hand back, what we're looking to do is actually draw our shoulder blade backwards. That's the move we're trying to get out of this. And that's the same whether you're on your toes, your knees, or box position. You're drawing your shoulders backwards. Last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out your hands, just like we did in the warm-up side mountain climbers. Hands below shoulders, knee up above your elbow. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Last 30 seconds of it. Just like the mountain climber and the push-up, you can do this on your knees. You bring your knees back, same thing. Seeing how high you can get the knee up towards the elbow. It's up to you how far it'll go. And again, your body will have certain limitations. You could have tight hips. Your legs could be sore from other workouts. It'll restrict you. That's okay. You're just going as high as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One down. One down. Plenty to go. So you see, the only reason we're not doing all of them on the back, then all of them on the hands, I'm purposely giving the rotation onto the back to the front, because if you had to hold on your hands and your shoulders for that long, they'll burn out before our core burns out. So that's why we have those transition. Use that well to kind of regain a little bit of strength back into your shoulders. Let's just do the usual and make sure nobody's waiting to get into the room. No, we are fine. Okay, get yourself ready to do that all again. So you know the exercises here. I'm going to focus more on calling out your time left now. I'll give you reminders of what your options are, but you know what moves you're doing now. So focus on choosing the hardest option you can, and do not forget, you can go from one option to the other mid-exercise. You can keep swapping it as you want, just like if you were going for a run. You can run at one pace, slow it back down, and you can pick that pace back up. So again, take it as you need to. Leg drops in 4, 3, 2, 1. Second round. Still 30 seconds on each one. And on certain exercises, I do let the clock run a little bit long. 15 seconds left. Remember, lower back is the key here. Flush down to the floor. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come in. Down to the floor. Hands to head, crunching. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch. Go. Remember, the focus now is to squeeze in the upper abdomen. Bring the shoulders as high as you can. Roll through your rib cage. It's not a full sit-up. You don't have to bring yourself right up off the ground. Just getting those shoulders up. Squeezing your upper abdomen. 3, 2, 1. Good. Leg crossovers. Legs come out long and low. We're crossing them in 3, 2, 1. Go. Now it's your choice. You can have your head down for this, or you can lift the head. As long as you're keeping your airways open, that's fine. And remember, I said at the start of this workout that you might want a pillow. This is where that pillow comes in handy. It means you don't have to keep supporting your own head. We're not trying to do a neck workout out of this. So again, if you wanted the head supported, that's absolutely fine. You just throw a cushion behind the head. Last seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come over. Plank walks. We're going up, down. Ready, in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it up. The position that should be in for your hand is directly below the shoulder, right in here. So you're in the strongest position to push up from. Don't forget as well, alternate the hands that are lifting you up. You can go on the knees too, but it's very easy to obviously go on the one hand over and over, because one hand is going to be stronger, one shoulder is going to be stronger, and it's going to feel more natural. To a degree, try and favor the weaker side. Whatever side you do not want to do right now, try and do that side. Last seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out your hands. We're down onto our forearms for rotations. 3, 2, 1. Lift and rotate. Don't worry about how many reps you get here, but try and think, how smooth can you make it? No juddery movements. Nice and smooth roll down, smooth roll up. Halfway there. Last few seconds. Keep it going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take it back over to cross crawls. Again, this is your relief one from your hands. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. The taps are an option as well. You might find in this exercise, one part is working more than the others. It could be your upper abdomen, your lower, it might be your obliques. That is probably highlighting your weakest muscle group right there. And it is fatigued more from the previous exercises than other muscle groups have. That is now your focus to build your strength on, because this exercise utilizes all of them. Keep going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Push up position. We push up to a hand lift. Remember, the way we do that is by drawing the shoulder back, not bending the elbow. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Down, lift the hand. It only has to go up just for a second, just so we shift the weight from one side onto the other. If you need, take your feet wider to become more stable in the hips. The narrower you go in your stance for your feet, the harder this is gonna go. And the more likely you are to want to rotate the hips as you lift. That is normal. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out your hands. Side mountain climbers. Hands go back down below the shoulders. Already in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Knee is going outside the body. Trying to aim above the elbow. So again, just go as high as you can with the knee above the ground and take it out as wide as you can. Think of it as moving in like a semicircle. So it should come out wide and reach the elbow at the top. Last seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. Shake out the hands, breathe, recover. Sorry, not sure I caught that, Jeff. Oh, I'll just check the whole lot now. Thanks, Jeff. That should be the whole lot now. Okay, get ready to go. Number 3, now we're adding on 10 seconds to each one. So, focusing into endurance. Keeping in mind that 10 seconds will make a big difference on each one. Particularly those ones when you're on the hands. That extra 10 seconds over the whole course of that is going to add on an extra 40 seconds up on the hands in total. Get yourself ready to go. Place your hands wherever is most comfortable, either below the glutes or down to the side, and we're ready to go for leg drops in 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Drop it down, bring it back up. So again, you're coming as low to the floor as you feel you can manage. Now, since the time has increased, your rest time has increased just a little bit as well. You have 10 seconds in between exercises. So that gives you a second just to catch your breath. Get ready for the next one. You have 15 left on this one. Last few. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs in. Bring them down to 90 degrees. We're crunching. We're ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're on. 40 seconds of it. Again, only as far as you feel you can. Don't try and force it too much, because you're more likely then to pull on the head and try and take it to an unnatural movement. Just squeeze your upper abdomen nice and tight. 15 seconds left. Really tighten up your upper abdomen. Last little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds. Rest. Take the legs out long and as low as you can. We're crossing in 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Just keep in mind as well, if I start doing the exercise before your time is in, that's just to show you what's coming next. You don't have to join in until I say go. Just in case anyone's doing longer than they have to, or taking a shorter rest than they need to.
Now here's another thing you can focus on here. How stiff are your legs out in front of you? Try not to let them be loose. Don't let them flop around in front of you. Tighten them up. And this is what I was talking about in the warm-up. We are still switching on our legs and contracting them tight. Our last few seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come over. Taking it into our plank walk again. Up and down. We're ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk up. Take it back down. Walk it up. Take it down. Remember to alternate hands each time. And remember, when we do exercises like these, our focus isn't to get building some kind of six-pack here, trying to rip up the midsection. It's to focus on strength. Any exercise you're doing typically involve some degree of core strength. The heavier those lifts go, generally the more you need core strength. So working on things like these helps with other lifts. And it's also great for preventing injuries. Even if it's in day-to-day things, you got to pick something up and your core wasn't braced, you might put out your back. So again, we focus on strengthening it now to be ready for little things you do on a daily basis. Remember, it can be done on the knees as well. Doesn't have to be on the toes. The last seconds here. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax out the hands. You have 10 seconds to do that. We take it down to the forearm for the rotations. Ready again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Now I'm starting to get to know a lot of the people in the class, even through Zoom. You'll notice on this one, I haven't given an option. Haven't given you an easier way to do this. Because I've seen all you move at one point or another, or I've gotten your feedback and I know you are able for this one. So I'm purposely not giving you an option here. However, if you were doing this on your own, you were pushing it, the option would be dropping to the knees. You lift to one leg, back to 2, up to one leg, back to 2. Keep going for another 10 seconds. A little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come on, back over. Cross crawls. 40 seconds of it. Get yourself ready. Remember, tapping the legs or extending them in 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I'm hoping you can't hear my music in the background, because otherwise you'll be thinking, what the hell does this guy listen to when he's training? Because I don't even know what this song is. Just came on randomly and I'm not enjoying it, but we will just focus on the move and forget about the music. 10 seconds left. Last push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Our last 2. Up onto the hands again. Push up with the lift. Set yourself and ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Push up, hand lifts. Push up, hand lifts. Again, just to stress it, when you do that lift, it's the shoulder drawing back that gets the lift for you. Try and put that workload in your back. So the elbow should try and remain as straight as possible. And I know that's tough, but it involves using those muscles in your upper back and retracting your scapula. And that's what we want to get out of it. Remember, squeeze the glutes tight as you do it all. 10 seconds left. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake out your hands. Last one, side mountain climber. We're on 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. This again can be done on the knees. You don't have to be on the toes for all of these. You do the exact same move and it'll still squeeze into your sides, into your obliques. Wide circles with the knee. 15 seconds left. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're not done. We are not done yet. Need to hit it again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. That should work out nicely to get in our ass ones. So we're going back to 30-second rounds, nice and short ones. When we finish this entire circuit, we have a couple more exercises to focus into your lower back, and then that is the whole lot done. So drop yourself down and get ready to do one more round of that. So again, focus whatever energy you have left in each muscle. Use it now. Try and burn it out. See how far you can take it. We are going back to leg drops or alternating leg drops. Ready in 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the legs down, pull them back up. Now the thing that's pulling your legs back up is the hips, but also the lower abs. They're helping to draw everything back in together. And particularly as they lower, that's what's taking it down nice and smooth for us. You got another 10 seconds to go. Remember, keep your airways open, whether that's lifting your chest a little bit or keeping it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs down, hands to head, crunching in 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Remember, shoulders come up as high as you feel you can, but the emphasis is squeezing that upper abdomen. 20 seconds left. Try and take a breath out as you come up. Breathe in as you go down. So we're out and in on the way down. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands back down below your glutes or to your side. Leg crossovers in 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Remember, the lower you can take this, the harder it's going to be. So don't forget, push yourself on these final bits. Make it as hard as you feel you can. You'll hear as I'm trying to speak that obviously the lower we're going, the harder that's making it. So keep it nice and low if you can. Keep going, last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take yourself over. Oh. Plank walk, up and down. Ready. On in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Now, if you're on the toes already, this is the hardest position you can do. So your focus now, don't let your hips move side to side at all. It's really difficult to do because your body will naturally want to do it to compensate for being on the single hand at one time. But try and just keep it all dead still. 15 seconds. Last push, last push. 5, 4, 3, 2,
1. Shake out those hands. Oh, plank rotations. Taking it back down, on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So remember, hips go high in the top position, hips come back level in the low position. Focus here is smooth, controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back over to our cross crawl. Set yourself ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Again, crossing the shoulder far over as you can. Legs long and low. Forgetting about the elbows. Only thinking about the shoulder crossing over. The elbow is doing nothing. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Last 2. And we're done on these. Push up with the hand lift. Ready. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go down, we lift. We go down, we lift. Remember, this can be done, of course, on the knees. You are still doing full push-ups, of course, in between each rep. Just kind of slyly put in there as a core exercise. But you always choose the hardest you can manage. Keep going, last seconds. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2. Shake the hands out. Relax them. Get ready to go for the side mountain climber. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee out and up. And again, the focus is you're squeezing into your obliques on each rep. 20 seconds left on this. Hands should be directly below the shoulders for the strongest position. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now I did say we're not quite done yet. We're still going to hit a couple exercises to our lower back. So what I want you to do is lay down onto your stomach, right down. Gonna start off, you can have your hands down to the ground. So see the way I'm just holding the ground with my fingertips. Maybe you can't because my camera cuts it off, but using your fingertips just to push you up gently. I want you to do a back extension and come back down. This is just, again, to make sure your lower back's firing and that it's ready for us to put work into it. So I want you doing the majority of the work using your lower back. Just assist with your fingers if you need. Lifting the chest high as you can. This is, again, just to get switched on before we start. Keep going for another 5 seconds on this. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're taking the hands away. Okay? We're going to keep progressing this every time, meaning it's going to get a little bit harder every time. Start off, fingertips to temples, and we're ready to go. Doing another back extension. This time you can lift the legs too, if you feel you can. We're on in 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Aim is just to get chest as high as you can, and if the legs will lift too, great. If you want to keep the legs down, that's fine.
Don't be afraid to just give it a little hold at the top position before coming back down. Squeeze it all together, pushing your abdomen into the ground. Come down controlled. You got your final seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good, you can stay down and just rest. Now this next part is going to really hit into the back of your shoulders too. So your rear delt is going to hit quite hard. But so are these muscles just underneath your shoulder blades. So keep that in mind, that they will be challenged a good bit. What you're doing is hands outstretched in front of you. So get yourself ready to go. Your hands come up as your torso comes up. On in 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Drop back down slow. You can feel free. Tap the ground when you come back down if you'd like. And keep your hands out at an angle that feels natural to you. You don't have to put them perfectly straight. I like to put mine at more of a Y shape, so they're coming out at a slight angle. It feels more natural to my shoulders. And we do want our scapula moving in a natural pattern. There's only going to be one more after this. Keep pushing for the last few seconds of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax now. We put it a little bit further. This time we combine it to a pull down. So what we're going to be doing, we are going to lift, draw our shoulders back, push out, and then lower everything to the floor again. So again, we're going to lift, pull everything back, out and in. Just to show you real quickly, the hand pattern should be going up, drawing down, up, and we lower back to the floor. So get yourself set. Final one, really trying to use the muscles in your back for the pull down, and using the lower back of course for the extension. We're on in 3, 2, 1. Lift up, pull the shoulders back like you're doing a pull-up. Put them back forward and lower down. Don't forget to take that brief rest in between each rep. If you've done lat pull downs, same movement pattern. Again, the legs can lift as well. It's up to you. Lower back gives us the lift, and your upper back muscles give us that pull down. Last few seconds. You're nearly there. Going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, done.